beautiful.
I hated it that you had to go so long without an engagement ring. But I made a deal with a local jeweler. My services as an attorney in exchange for this. And I was going to give it to you at Sheridan and Luis's engagement party, but everything got so weird, with the fog, and then, well, Sheridan supposedly seeing Luis in bed with another woman.
It just doesn't make any sense. I mean, Luis would never cheat on Sheridan. He isn't like that.
I know. And, look, I'm sorry that I instantly thought the worst about Luis. It's just that I'm still very protective of Sheridan. I mean, although we may not be nephew and aunt anymore, I still love her, and I always will.
I understand. And this isn't the first time that she swore Luis had betrayed her.
Right. That night at the wharf when she heard him on the phone saying that he was just using her to get to the cranes. God. She was as adamant about that as she was about seeing him cheat on her.
But then when the four of us went over to the old lady's house and talked to her, well, it was like it was some sort of mix-up.
Maybe it was the fog affecting her the same way it affected me. I was suspicious of you.
That has to be it.
I still can't believe that. I even thought for a second that you knew I was Sam Bennett's son and didn't tell me. Yeah. It still bothers me that I immediately thought the worst about Luis. And I should know by now that your family is completely honest and trustworthy to a fault. I mean, the very idea that Luis would disrespect Sheridan that way? And after saving her life several times, risking his own, not to mention all the flack that he's taken from the Cranes and myself, it's crazy. And Luis would never keep a secret from Sheridan any more than you would keep one from me. They're gonna work this out. Their love is too strong not to. And, once they get to the bottom of what really happened, they're gonna get married without losing a beat.
I hope you're right. I mean, the fortune cookie said that there would be a double wedding. And if Luis and Sheridan don't work things out, if they don't get married, what happens to us?
Theresa, I know you are superstitious, but I love you. And I am going to marry you, whether Luis and Sheridan get married or not.
¿Qué pasó? Why is Luis and Sheridan's wedding in doubt?
Oh, Mama, no, try not to worry. I am sure that Luis and Sheridan will work things out. I mean, there's no way that Sheridan could have seen what she thought she saw.
Mija, what are you talking about? What does Sheridan think she saw?
Luis making love to another woman.
So, a mysterious woman calls Luis on his cell phone, right? And then Sheridan sees Luis talking to a woman she's never seen before. My son denies it, only to have Sheridan claim that she saw them in bed together not long after that. I'm sorry, but this did not happen. This is some sort of setup. A complicated plot to try to drive them apart.
Mama, I agree. But who would do something so mean to two people so happy and in love?
Por favor, Teresita, who do you think? Only Julian and Alistair are capable of such a diabolical plan.
But, Mama, they were the ones who threw Sheridan Luis's engagement party. And Alistair even came over the Crane Mansion speaker system to welcome Luis into the family.
Oh, of course, Teresita. Alistair can't wait to have a son-in-law who thinks that he and Julian are responsible for your father's disappearance and has vowed to move heaven and earth to prove it. I'm sorry, Ethan. I know that you grew up loving Julian and Alistair, and a part of you will probably always love them, but I just have no doubt that those two men are capable of great evil.
Before, I would have defended them to the bitter end. But the longer I'm outside of that mansion, the more I'm beginning to see what the Cranes are really like. I mean, once I was on the phone with Julian and Alistair, and they practically spit blood at the thought of Sheridan and Luis being together.
And then their amazing turnaround. I mean, how stupid do they think people are?
Pilar, if it makes you feel any better, I think true love will win out in the end. You taught me that. The only thing that can split a couple in love is if one of them keeps a secret from the other.
I cannot believe that Luis and Sheridan have been anything but honest with each other.
Exactly. They are just like us. We are always totally honest with each other about everything. I don't mean my mother any disrespect, but the reason she lived in a loveless marriage with Julian was because she kept the fact that Sam Bennett was my father a secret. You know, maybe if she would have been honest, she and the man she loved could have had a life together, and they could have raised me, their son, together. So many people would have been spared of so much pain if she would have just owned up to the truth. See, and that's the thing about secrets. They always come out in the end. It's just like my mother's secret. It was leaked to the tabloid. Not only did it destroy my life, but my mother, Julian, Sam, Grace, they all suffered too. Grace, she even lost her baby when the truth came out. That's why I hate secrets so much. And I hate anyone who keeps them. I'm sorry, I don't mean to bring you down. I just was trying to make a point that nothing can ruin true love except the people involved in the relationship. You know, like Sheridan and Luis, no one will break them apart. Only something one of them did can do that.
I agree.
Well, I think I'm going to get something to drink. My pontificating has made me thirsty.
I'll get it for you.
No, Pilar, please. Look, I'm not a crane anymore. You don't have to wait on me. Now, in fact, since I'm going to be your future son-in-law, it is my turn to wait on you. Can I get you anything?
No, nothing, thank you.
Okay. Theresa?
I'm fine, thanks.
If Ethan's speech about honesty didn't convince you to tell him the truth, I'm afraid nothing will.
Mama, it is because of Ethan's speech that I cannot tell him that I knew he was a Bennett and kept it from him. You heard what he said about hating secrets and the people who keep them. Now, if I tell Ethan the truth now, he'll be so angry that he might break our engagement.
But don't you think he will break your engagement if someone tells him that you knew what you knew and when you knew it?
Whitney and Chad, they would never do that to me.
Of course not. But what if someone overhears them discussing it and tells Ethan?
I mean, I never thought of that.
Teresita, por favor. You cannot keep secrets from the man you love.
Mama, I do not like doing this.
Then be honest, Teresa, or you will lose him for sure. And maybe not tonight, or tomorrow, or even a year from now. But eventually, Ethan will find out that you knew he was Sam Bennett's son and kept it from him. And he will hate you, Teresita, just as you fear. And you will lose him, mija, never to see him again. Teresa, tell him. Tell him everything now before it's too late.
I can't, Mama. It's already too late.
What do you mean?
I already lied to Ethan about his paternity.
Oh, my God.
Mama, I couldn't help it. I mean, Gwen had me cornered.
Gwen? How was she able to force you to lie?
It happened earlier tonight at the party. And the reporter from the tabloid that broke the story about Ethan being a Bennett was there, and he said that he was close to finding out who sent the email that started everything.
What does this have to do with Gwen?
Gwen accused me of being the reporter's accomplice, of sending the email that ruined Ethan's life. Of course I denied it. But Gwen had Ethan so worked up that he actually asked me if I had done it.
But you couldn't have, even if you wanted to. You destroyed that information from your laptop. I saw you do it.
I know, Mama. And I told Ethan that I did not send that email. That I would never do anything to hurt him. Then Gwen asked me point blank if I knew that Ethan was a Bennett before the truth came out. Mama, I had to lie. I had to say no to Ethan.
I don't like what I'm hearing. Gwen cornering you like that. It's as if she forced you to lie in front of Ethan.
Mama, Gwen has been on my case for a while now. She's been hinting that she knows something, but she never would say what.
Maybe I was wrong. Maybe Gwen realized that you stumbled onto the truth. She knows that I was keeping Ethan's paternity information in the closet here for Ivy. And maybe she voiced her suspicions to her mother. I mean, lately Rebecca has made some remarks that I did not quite understand. But, Theresa, no matter what the case, you have to tell Ethan the truth. This lie cannot go on any longer. You must tell Ethan the truth. You must tell him, Theresa.
Why? You sound upset.
Ethan, I didn't hear you come in.
What's going on? What is it your mother wants you to tell me?